So, apologies for the delay on these. I know they're not, current as I was hoping to be. But with schedules on my end, it sort of affected stuff. So, assessing the conferences. These will be somewhat short videos, something easy to put on in the background with my opinions. So, the last few weeks, we've had a number of gaming events. We had the... I'm trying to think. The EA event a few weeks ago. We also had Devolver Digital and Ubisoft's... Ubisoft Forward, they called it. Because of course it needed a stupid name. So I want to have the video playing to remind me about some of the things that they announced in it. Which means I just need to mute that. So they had a generic sort of message at the start from Andrew, saying games for good and whatever. And they sort of weigh into Season 5 of Apex Legends. Although, arguably, the only news that came out of the Apex Legends stuff is the rumours are true. It's coming to Switch sometime in the fall. They're also going to be introducing crossplay. So it doesn't matter what you're doing in that respect. You will be able to play with your friends, whether it be on PC or Switch or Xbox One, or I think they said PS5. I'm guessing PS4 would also be included as well. Probably. So they announced a new event called Fortune's Favour as well, as part of the thing. Which, I mean, looks okay, but, it's part of the stuff, I don't know what the deal was. Also, they were saying how Apex Legends is on Steam, which I need to double check, because that was the big word that you heard a lot of times. Yeah, it's still to be announced on Steam. It's coming to Steam at some point, not just Switch. Oh, and the crossplay will be PS4, Xbox One, Origin and Steam this fall. But I'm guessing the idea is that if I skip through, it will be, I'm guessing that it's going to extend, maybe, to PS5 and Xbox Series X. I don't know. Something. Then there was like, here's all these people doing sim stuff, which was okay, but part of me feels that that was for sort of investors rather than a huge amount of gamers. And then the big thing that sort of the big thing about them was Sims 4 is on Steam, and then all of a sudden they basically said a lot of games that are previously have been part of EA Origin exclusive and now on Steam as well. So A Way Out, FFU with the Battlefields, if not all. No, I think Battlefield 3. Oh no, Battlefield 3, 4, 1 and 5. So they all came over. So it seems as if Origin has no reason to exist now, considering how everything is pretty much on Steam. Then the first bit of actual sort of really new news, not including sort of ongoing games like those two. Joseph Fares, the man who, of course, infamously said "F the Oscars" at the Game Awards a few years back. You know, was the guy that gave us Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons and A Way Out as well, is proposing an interesting concept for his game. It's clearly somebody that's it's a child that's gone through a number of issues. I can't tell whether it's sort of like war-trodden stuff or the relationship that, you know, mum and dad are going through. It seems to be very vague, but I think they're doing it on purpose because they want people to find out when they actually play the thing. It certainly looks like it has potential, and given the reputation of Joseph Fares, It Takes Two seems to be something that I'll be interested in when it comes out next year. That seems pretty good. Then, trying to see what this is. Just trying to skip forward in the... Okay, so Zoink Games, another one of the sort of indies, if you will, inverted commas style thing. That didn't look too bad as well. Looked pretty unique. Lost in Random, I think it was called. It certainly did feel very Psychonauts in its look and style. Or very Coraline, like that animation. There's potential there. Then Final Strike Games gave us details on Rocket Arena, because apparently Apex Legends doing Battle Royale, wasn't good enough. So here comes Rocket Arena, which launched. It was originally it was going to be a Nexon game, who've published a few things, but EA basically took it over, and to me it just looked like, I don't know, like a cross between, it's a trying to be Overwatch, but then also trying to be sort of, I don't know whether the best equivalent would be, it seems Overwatch in a sort of style of 3v3 play, but there's certainly well, not the animation styling, but it just I don't want to keep saying Overwatch, but when you have a game which has a very similar art style, and the big thing they're going on about it is that it's got rockets, and it's like, the other thing people don't like is Rocket Arena is, of course, a name of a Quake model, and I think there's your issue. Rocket Arena is $30, maybe $40 to $50 for the Mythic Edition with like outfits. and they're openly saying it's a live service. It's not fair to sort of look at it like this way, but from the Steam database stats that I have after its launch on the 14th, its all-time peak players on Steam was 913. Admittedly, as of time of recording, there's about 340 there, so there is enough of a thing. It's not like what happened with the Culling game, when, admittedly, that was a sequel that was way mistimed, but how it went from sort of a few hundred people playing it to sort of 2 figures, and barely 2 figures, sometimes, you know, under 10. There is, you know, there is a base of people playing there, but I'm pretty sure EA was hoping it'd be bigger than it is, and I feel that for such a new game, the barrier to entry of at least £25 in the UK is too much. I don't know whether it had wow, no. Actually looking at it, ever since it's been live on Steam, it's been the same price. Although it was briefly 35 rather than 25. But 25 is the base price, so there's nothing about it that really screams must play about it, really. Then there were some more new details regarding Star Wars Squadrons, which will have a solo campaign apparently. I'm just concerned about how much there is going to be in that campaign, because a lot of the stuff they seem to be emphasizing was really, once you've done that, do the multiplayer stuff, do the multiplayer stuff, do the multiplayer stuff, which I'm trying to work out with the way that EA likes multiplayer, whether they want Star Wars Squadrons to somehow be an esport in terms of like dogfighting. You know, I'm a little concerned for that. It looks interesting, but it doesn't look like something that I'm sort of immediately want to rush out and play, in all honesty. Then the EA Sports section, which was basically, here's some fancy, clearly not in-game graphics for Madden. Here's some fancy, clearly not in-game graphics for FIFA. And that was it. It says a lot that the big announcement of the latest UFC game, which admittedly a lot of people have said, in hindsight, looks like a reskin. Mainly because it's only coming out for current gen rather than next gen. Didn't even get included in that. There was 50 minutes, and considering like the first the first 15 minutes or so was them saying, you know, all these games are now on Steam. Apex Legends is soon to be on Steam. You know, Sims 4 is now on Steam. A bunch of stuff that was Origin exclusive, like A Way Out and all that, is on Steam. There was just like, it was a lot of, wow, you just want to say Steam a lot, don't you? Then the next gen stuff was teased. They didn't want to announce anything, which was weird, because one of them is a racing game from Criterion, which, considering Criterion's reception, I'd have thought you'd want to sort of give more details than a vague, they're working on this. Then BioWare working on some fantasy game that clearly looks like Dragon Age 4. You know, they don't even have to say it's Dragon Age 4. Just say the next part of the Dragon Age franchise. And people will be excited rather than, you know, I don't want this to be sort of like the Bloodborne 2 trailer at the Game Awards, which actually turned out to be Sekiro. You know, people getting hyped for something that isn't happening, that we know of, yet. Then there was teasers for DICE's next Battlefield game. And then an original game from EA Motive as well. Which was so vague, I sort of don't want to, you know, I just want to say that. It's a game from them. And then, right at the end, Cuz Parry and Duran Chung of the Skate franchise showed up and said, yeah, a new Skate game is happening. They weren't, I don't think they specifically said Skate 4. They just said a new Skate game. My concern is the last time we heard about the Skate game is EA getting in contact with people saying wanting them to voice a character in the upcoming Skate game, which was going to be a mobile game. So I really hope that that doesn't happen. And my belief is they wanted to be vague with a lot of the stuff because they want to show it again in a future presentation. Although how you do that for Madden and FIFA, given that those games will be coming out in a couple of months, if that. I think they're holding back until, well, my guess is EA is going all in on the Xbox Series X. Because I'm guessing, considering how we haven't seen anything from PlayStation that much about EA stuff, I'm guessing there's going to be a proportion of the presentation that Microsoft are doing this week, or this coming week I should say, regarding EA games, whether it be for launch of Xbox Series X or further on into 2021. But yeah, I said it was going to be a short video. This one turned out to be sort of nearly 20 minutes. Great. So yeah, other videos covering Devolver's things and Ubisoft's things, I guess, to be fair and not say one was better than the other. So it's sort of clickbait for you to check out the other ones. So yeah, apologies for the delay on this one. But then again, in hindsight, considering some of the things that happened and some of the other things that got announced that didn't get announced here, I think overall the presentation wasn't really needed, considering a quarter of it was, our old games are now on Steam, please buy them. So those people that actually bought them on Origin are now playing them on, I guess, the inferior platform now, considering how it's all on Steam practically. Great. So yeah, those videos will be coming, along with other stuff from me, snack stashes, wrestling content, AJ's movie reviews, Owen's sipping snacks, stuff from the parks, movie award stuff coming down the line as well very soon. All that stuff here on the channel. Apparently I have to say like and subscribe or something, because that's what all YouTube videos say. You might be hearing that a lot of me over the next set of videos if you're watching the playlist of this. Anyway, that's all for me discussing EA. On to the next one.